avalanche of my competitors, only increasing their fear. Supreme Master Jay ringing tutor, attending some nominations in a couple of years.
Alright, so we back here. Episode 3 of On the Way. Young Jay here.
Appreciate you, my man.
Yes, sir. So, starting off, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Tell them about your upbringing, where you're from, all that good sort of stuff.
Yeah. So I'm Supreme Master Jay. I got my start in Atlanta about 2.5 years ago. I started rapping, and I was basically just following the footsteps of some of my friends that were doing it before me. And just when I went to the studio for the first time, I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, I want to try this. I want to see if I can do something. So started kind of making my own music and my computer, and like using like Audacity and stuff just to kind of like learn my flow and like my sound and everything. And then started hooking up with some engineers out in Atlanta to, you know, have a little bit more professional sound, and just been hooked to doing it ever since. Now in Denver, I've been here about a year and a half now. Really enjoying the vibe so far, and meeting all kinds of cool artists out here. Everybody's lit. It's nice. But yeah, the reason I even started really doing music is because I used to write. So I was like more of like writing poetry and stuff like that. And a lot of my friends and family that saw it were like, yo, this is actually pretty good. And then like in my head, I'm thinking, you know what? Music is just poetry with like melodies and, you know, cadences and flows and stuff like that. Why not try to incorporate some of that, you know, what I write into my music. Writing for me was just like therapeutic, you know, to escape a lot of the craziness I've been through in my life. You know, I was born in Maryland, moved to Georgia when I was 8 years old, so I got adopted. Saw a lot of crazy stuff as a kid that really impacted me. And then seeing my adoptive mom going through struggles and cancer and everything, that's where a lot of the more deep, more emotional side comes from. It's like getting those feelings out through music and everything. So, but I also like to turn up, have fun, vibe out too. So I like to bring that versatility to it as well.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Just having fun and
Exactly.
getting your emotions out there. Just
Exactly.
really tapping into that inner self, expressing yourself through the music.
Exactly. Allow me to express myself. You know, I've met a lot of different types of people, and you know, people struggle with all kinds of different stuff. So I wanted to, you know, also have that part of me that could be a place for somebody who's struggling, going through a rough time. Maybe, you know, they hear one of my songs or something like that, and it just puts them in a better mood, or, you know, lifts up their spirits a little bit, or they can relate to the same struggles and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard for a lot of people to talk about stuff like that too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
music helps. It's like a really easy way to talk about it.
Exactly. So I really appreciate having that avenue, that outlet, you know.
What made you come to Colorado from Atlanta?
Honestly, I just wanted something different. I got tired of really being in Georgia, and I just wanted to experience, you know, somewhere else. I've heard all kinds of great things about Colorado. It's beautiful out here. I'm more of a like spiritual person, so like, you know, getting away, going to the mountains or whatever, and just being at peace sometimes. And yeah, just really enjoyed it. I actually just did it on a whim too. Never been here. Packed my stuff up and just flew out here. Haven't looked back.
That's the way to do it. Just full send that shit.
Exactly.
2 feet in. Don't look back ever.
Right?
Yeah, that's the way big things happen.
I feel like, you know, if you want something, you got to go after it. You know, I didn't want to look back on, like, later on in life and regret not having done certain things. So even like trying to pursue this dream, you know, I'm gonna, you know, take that leap of faith and, you know,
Yeah.
put myself out there.
Yeah, you don't want to live with regrets.
Exactly.
Remember the shit you didn't do more than the shit you did do.
Exactly. You know, you get to a certain age and it's like, oh man, it's over.
Yeah, once you do like that, you have that opportunity, you either take it or you don't. And that
Exactly.
shit isn't coming back.
Exactly. If there's something you're passionate about that you want to do, but you're scared to do it, say go ahead and do it, because you don't know unless you try.
Yeah, go chase your dreams.
Exactly.
Who'd you say your biggest influences are in the
Music world, it's kind of eclectic because I like a lot of different types of music. Growing up, I used to listen to like Fleetwood Mac. You know, I really enjoyed their sound and everything like that. Bob Dylan, people like that. I started listening to rap when I was like in high school. Wiz Khalifa was definitely someone I really vibed with a lot. I would say my major influences are people like Logic, Kendrick, J. Cole, Juice WRLD. I just really like, especially when it comes to like Kendrick and J. Cole, I just like the complexity of their music and the rhyme schemes and wordplay, and also having a very complicated message that can be thoughtful. Sometimes I do enjoy that aspect. I like to challenge myself, so there were people that I kind of studied and enjoyed listening to. And for me, Juice was another one of those guys, because when I was going through struggles and dealing with the loss of my mom and all that stuff, listening to his music, actually helped me get through a lot of it. Influenced me to start kind of writing poems and expressing myself as well. So,
Rest in peace to the great.
Yeah, I would say those are some of my major influences. Logic was like the first rapper that I listened to was like conscious, just like putting that pen to work, and I was like, he's really dope. I liked his like rapping ability too, the fast rap. I always like try to do that. So I used to like study his music and see how fast I could do it. A lot of my friends would say, "You crazy."
That should take some skill.
Yeah,
and it's great. Like, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have Juice. Like, if those were their favorite rappers, they'd like just associate Juice with like the mumble rap crowd.
Right.
It's like, it seems like there's a lot of two types of people. But like, you really know Juice's shit. Like, Juice was on that lyrical, like super deep shit. But
absolutely, yeah. I think the mainstream kind of like push certain things, but like if you're like a real fan, you will find those gems. But yeah, definitely. To give him a chance to listen to him so that like he could rap, like he
man,
really good, get metaphors, extremely deep,
Juice is like all this surface level shit that you just gotta peel under the surface. He has like so much fucking music. It's like, it goes so deep.
Yeah, and the crazy thing he was able to do off the top of his head, like I just never seen an artist like him before, so that's why
greatest
I have to let him up there. But I get that same reaction all the time whenever I like mention my top 5 and he's in there. People are like, I wasn't expecting that.
No, I say interesting top 5.
Yeah.
It's like all that super lyrical hard shit, but like Juice definitely fits right in there if you really know,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He just doesn't, like, on the surface level, you don't really see that, I feel like, from like what the label and everything's putting out for him. Like, the label has this image of him that's not who he really was at all.
Right.
You try to make him like this sad emo rapper, but like that wasn't really him.
There was more to him. There's like his versatility, man. It's like I feel the same way like when I look at my music, having that duality, I'm kind of person I like to turn up, have fun, and get lit, and that when the time is right for that, and then also like to get serious too. So it's like having both sides.
Yeah, you got to be able to do both.
We're multifaceted human beings.
So what was your first time performing? Like, you said you performed before.
Yeah, so I performed at like a nightclub in Atlanta. That was my first performance. It was nerve-wracking, but it seemed like some of the people were vibing to it. But yeah, I was definitely like really nervous. I had to learn like stage presence, how to be engaging and stuff like that. So after that first one, I started like really practicing and trying to nail it down. I'm still trying to get better at it, so I haven't really done too many performances, but I'm hoping to start doing more and more in the future.
Yeah, that's a whole skill in and of itself.
Absolutely.
That's like completely different to doing rap shit. It's like actually like being up on stage and controlling the audience and everything.
Yeah, it's a whole completely different aspect. When it comes to performing your music as to like recording it and writing it, it's like having to learn how to do it all basically. Also like marketing and promoting, that's something I'm looking forward to like trying to get better at. It's like that.
What would you say what would your ultimate goal with the music be?
I would say my ultimate goal is to hopefully reach enough people that I can make some sort of an impact or put a smile on somebody's face. I write my music for me most of the time. And then, hopefully the right person hears it and can relate to it. can have fun and vibe out. So yeah.
Then, how do you feel about AI coming into the music space?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. It could cause a hindrance, but hopefully the industry will, kind of like stop that from happening, from like taking over. But at the same time, I believe like people are still gonna want that real human like connection, not just some AI they're listening to. We don't even know who the artist is we can connect with. Things like that. Because music is an experience, you connect with that artist, you learn about that artist, you understand his background, his upbringing, relate to it and enjoy what he does. I believe, AI can take away from that.
Yeah, and you're putting your real like emotion, your real feelings into that shit.
Exactly.
It came from like a real situation. You like
Exactly.
real human pain. You're putting that shit directly into the music.
Exactly.
People can always feel that.
Absolutely.
You can always like tell the authenticity of some shit.
Yeah, so that's why I think that will it cause a hindrance? Yeah, maybe to some degree, but I believe that there will be enough like uproar that enough pushback on letting that take over the industry. But who knows? We're now seeing it in music. We're seeing it in other, different parts of life and all of that stuff, and it's only going to continue to grow and get bigger and bigger as time goes on. So I'd be interested to see how it plays out and how it affects the industry as well.
Yeah, I don't think it really will change that much. I feel like it's more of just like it'll take the more tedious jobs away. That are like the less creative parts, but I feel like the creative shit will never go away.
Yeah.
You always need creatives for any walk of life.
Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely agree with that.
Then, how would you say the music scene would compare from Atlanta to Colorado?
That was like one thing I wasn't too sure about when I first came out here. Atlanta almost has like a distinct sound.
Yeah, definitely.
And that type of artistry is not like prevalent out here. But like I like it because I would say I'm a very versatile artist, and I can do that type of music, but I can do other types of music that doesn't really sound like an Atlanta sound. And I think like out here is a great place for that, because you can work with like different types of artists, create a whole new sound. I feel like with the type of music that I make wasn't going to be like the best fit for that scene per se, and I feel like it would be more accepted like here. It's a little bit more diverse musically. So yeah, it's definitely different though.
Yeah, I feel like Atlanta's like a super established sound.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's been like that trap sound, like that future, like that shit that's been there forever. But like Colorado, there's no real no one's ever came up from Colorado, so it's not like an established sound really.
Right.
It's just a bunch of people trying to figure it out still.
Exactly.
It's like
yeah.
Still on the come up.
Absolutely. But hey, somebody will blow up out of here, so
hey,
look forward to that.
It's coming soon.
So,
you might be looking at him right here.
Yes, sir. I gotta speak it into existence.
Manifest that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, get a whole belief in yourself.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing talking about the sound there too is like I do enjoy that that trap sound, but the way I craft my lyrics and everything is slightly different from how the established artists there kind of perform and rap and make their music and stuff. So I believe that you could fuse different aspects of it together and make a really cool sound. So that's my goal.
Yeah, create something new.
Yes.
If you had any advice to someone out there who struggles with getting their emotion out on the tracks, I know that's something a lot of people they're don't want to, they're afraid, or they're just they don't even know how to just have all this emotion balled up inside. They don't know how to express the shit in the right way on a track. You have any advice to someone out there?
As far as advice goes, I mean, I would say just believe in yourself. and don't worry about what other people think. Do what makes sense to you and what feels right to you, and if that's something that's cathartic for you, and you feel like people can relate to it, then I say go for it and do it. It's something I still struggle with all the time, and I'm trying to get more and more confident about putting my emotions on a record and loading it and putting it out to the world. But it's, for me, it's easy for me to actually write and record the song by myself when I'm alone, and there's no pressure. But getting into the studio or actually committing it to a track is difficult. I'm still trying to get more confident about doing that. Some of my methods probably aren't like the best, and I wouldn't advise some of the things that I do, but I'm trying to get better about how I do it.
Yeah, definitely just practice and find your own way that works for you. I feel like
Absolutely.
everything's gonna be unique.
Practice makes perfect too.
Yeah. Yeah, if you practice for the situation, you'll be ready when it actually comes in the real moment.
Also, make sure you have people around you who care about you and who support you and can be that cheerleader for you, whatnot. People that you can actually talk to and have those personal conversations with. That always helps too. Helps me sometimes.
Yeah, you need the right friends around you.
Yeah.
People that actually support your shit.
Right. I'm blessed to actually have that. So.
Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah.
What would you say, like, just run the people through your writing style or your creative process?
Yeah. First, I listen to a beat first, kind of get a feel for it. Then I may try to find a flow. And then once I found that flow and I found that melody I'm gonna go with, so sometimes I'll just hum along or try to freestyle with it, see what sounds good and what works. And then I start just crafting my lyrics. I find that pocket that I want to be in, the flow that I want, and I just start freestyle writing it, and then going back and changing some words, some lyrics, or just to make sure that it fits perfectly the way I want it. That's usually how I do it. I listen to the instrumental first, and then figure out what type of vibe is this? Is this a vibe that speaks to me and actually makes me emotional or something like that? Just listening to the beat, and if it does that, then I know it's something that I could easily write to. So that's usually how I do it.
Man, you got a new album coming up soon?
I do.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. So the project, this project is where I kind of bared my soul a little bit more than I've ever done on anything. So talking about my childhood growing up, trying to relate to other people around me who I've witnessed with certain struggles and maybe substance abuse, or and talking about that difficulty of having addictions and things like that, but still wanting to be close to God, and how difficult that is, and then how sometimes if you feel like you can't really talk to anyone because it's stigmatized and things like that, and just kind of putting those emotions out there. The project's called Afflicted Soul, and it'll be out on August 4th on all platforms. And it'll be about 10 tracks, and they basically all kind of go through that and showing how being messed up can affect your life, friendships, relationships, things that I've experienced as well, and close people to me who I've seen kind of fall and become victim to certain things. So, I think it'll be an interesting listen. And I hope that it's going to be more of a roller coaster of emotions, because that's usually how this life is. There are days where you're really good. There are days where you're super depressed and have overwhelming anxiety and things like that. I talk about all of that. Strained relationships, family, losing friends, and due to certain things. So yeah, as you can tell, it's hard for me to really speak. So that's why I say I'm still learning to be confident in talking about those things. But I did put all those his emotions and everything into that project, and excited to see how it's going to be received. I hope some of the words in there resonates with someone, and maybe they make a change in their life once they hear the craziness throughout the music. So,
that's what music's all about.
Yeah.
Spreading a message.
Exactly.
Go stream that shit. By the time you see this, it'll be out everywhere, dropping on all platforms.
All platforms.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be streaming that shit.
Absolutely. Appreciate everybody that listens and gives it a real listen. Hope you take something from it. Even just one word or one line that really hits you.
Go check that shit out. How did you come up with the name SupremeMasterJay?
When I was a kid, and I used to play video games and stuff like that, my gamer tag was GrandmasterJay. And when I started to do music, I was going to adopt that name as my stage name as an artist, but then I realized somebody already had the name. So, I wanted to be different, unique, and stand out. And so I chose SupremeMasterJay. And, the name to me just means like trying to be the best that I can be. So like be supreme in everything I do. I try to put my best foot forward. And then like master, like I always strive to be a master of my craft. Just trying to do the best that I can. And I feel like, the name, I embody that. I try to embody that.
Yeah, I like that shit. Yeah, it's unique, definitely.
Yeah.
Like most people are like, will copy some shit. It's like my shit's Young Wolf. It's like Young has been done 1,000 times. It's like,
yeah.
People do like Lil or Young or some shit.
Right.
I've never heard like Supreme and they're like Master or anything.
Right.
It's definitely some unique shit.
Yeah. I hope people don't get the wrong impression when they hear it. So it can sound a little like, is this man racist? No. It's all about just being the best you can be,
Hell yeah, I fuck with the message.
all the people that follow and support me and listen to me, we're all Supremes. Don't ever forget that.
Be supreme.
Yep.
Strive to be supreme in life.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. So by the time this has come out, your project will be out. You got anything else you're working on? What's the next step for you?
Next step, I've got some collaborations I'm going to be doing soon with some other artists, and so I'm hoping after this it'll be a collab to with some artists. So try to I'm gonna do something very deep and emotional, and then maybe have some fun with the next project.
Hell yeah.
Kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, get them sad and then get them cheery again.
Exactly.
Pick them back up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's get our emotions out, let's cry, let's talk, let's get through this, and once we come out on the other side, let's turn up and have a good time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't give them 2 sad albums back to back.
Right, exactly. Because I actually considered doing a part 2, and I don't know.
Gotta do a lit album in between.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it on that up and down, the wave.
Right.
Ride the wave of life.
Life is a roller coaster, the sun's not always going to be out, it's going to be rain and storm sometimes, and it's part of life. And I feel like, we can't sugarcoat things, and I don't want to sugarcoat the reality of what people actually go through, things that we struggle with. So.
And it makes the lit times real.
Exactly.
Sad shit. Like, if shit was lit all the time, you'd just be like, well, this is how life is. It's like kind of boring.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it never rained, would you really appreciate the sun when it's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. It's some real shit, though.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. We're almost at the studio. You got any last final words you want to say to the people? Any advice or anything?
I'll say this. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, whatever you're passionate about, commit yourself 100% to it. And we talked about regrets earlier. I think it's important that you take that leap of faith, believe in yourself, and be the best you can be, put your best foot forward, and you're never alone either. So just always remember that. And yeah, I appreciate everybody that is tuning in, and don't forget to stream Afflicted Soul August 4th.
Yeah.
There.
Tell them where to find all your shit.
Yep. You can find me on Instagram, SupremeMasterJay. Just SupremeMasterJay, and then also on YouTube, same name. The name is really unique, so I didn't have to really do too much. So all you gotta do is type in SupremeMasterJay, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, all of that, and it's all together. There's no spaces in between the words. So yeah, y'all check me out.
Go tap in. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, my man. I appreciate everybody listening.
Oh yeah. We'll be coming at you with that live performance. What song are you gonna do?
So for the live performance, let's see. The song's called Menace.
Menace. We're coming at you with that live performance.
I got the Chico, Mary Cerebral, wanna get lean, I'm chasing with Clico, inflated ego, slide on the people, activate beast mode, yeah, so we go on. Making snow a blizzard with each of these syllables, and I'm an avalanche, I'm a competitor, there's only increasing their fear. SupremeMasterJay ringing true to attendance and nominations in a couple of years, sailing across my pain and them tears, the world tremble when my soul appears. You gon' remember who the father in there. All eyes listening here, ayy. Split between personalities, I'm just a man with insecurities. Strong enough to let you watch me bleed. You bleed, I bleed. Not as far from each other it seems, just the point where love intervenes in empathy. Convene and captivate, this scene produced by a man unseen. Have faith and believe. I got the Chico, Mary Cerebral, one I can lean on, chasing with Clico, inflated ego, slide on the people, activate beast mode, y'all sorry gone. Ayy, cinematic, I shoot automatic, it was problematic, then you know I'm active, disappear-matic, I'm erratic, I'm an addict, I tend to panic, mind satanic, feel too frantic, I can't manage, I can't. Ooh, this is where I disappear, to my way to fate this temple, I desecrate, I know that it's much too late. I got the Chico, Mary Cerebral, one I can lean on, chasing with Clico, inflated ego, slide on the people, activate beast mode. Yeah, I'm so regal, huh? Yeah, I'm so regal, huh? Yeah, I'm so regal, huh?